Hello students. Today we are going to start with the chapter cell structure and functions. This is very interesting chapter because when we are going to know something about our body, then absolutely it becomes very interesting, right? So this we are going to start today. As you can see, here is the figure. This is the basic structure of cell. And you can see on the right side, that is the volunteer Robert Hooke. He has the major contribution in the declaration of cell structure. So cells were discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. Robert Hooke invented a simple microscope. Hooke observed a thin slice of cork. Cork is the part of bark of tree. Hooke observed a thin slice of cork. This is the cork. Okay. And he found sections. There are many sections and these sections are similar to honeycomb. Then Hooke named these sections as cell. Cell means small rooms. This is the microscopic structure of cell. Now the cells are the basic unit of structure and functions in living things. Just like bricks are the building blocks of house or school, cells are the building blocks of life. Because you all are alive, you all are made up of cells. That means all the living organisms, plant, animals, birds, all made up of cells. 1 square centimeter of your skin surface contain over 1 lakh cells. Now see the figure, brick cells and onion peel. They both have the similar structure. Bricks are the basic of any building. Similarly, the cells are the basic of living things. Then see different animals, plants, all the living organisms, they made up of cells. Now the observing an onion peel. For that, cut an onion and take a small pill, put on a glass slide, add some drop of water, then drop of iodine and cover with a slide. Then put this slide in a microscope and you will see there are number of cells and each cell contains its own vacuole, cytoplasm and nucleus. If we see the elephant and ant, then you will think that the elephant is larger and ant is smaller. That means you will think that the elephant having larger cells and the ant having smaller cells. Is that so? No, students. The reason why elephant is larger than ant is because elephant has more number of cells in its body, whereas ant has lesser number of cells in its body. So the size of the organism depending upon the number of cells usually. On the basis of number of cells present in an organism, we have two types of organisms, and they are unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. Then unicellular organisms, these organisms that consist of one cell, only one single cell. They are also known as microorganisms. They also carry out all the life process such as movement, response, respiration, digestion, excretion, reproduction and growth within a single cell. Then these are the examples of unicellular organism. Paramecium, amoeba, bacteria, yeast, they all are example of unicellular organisms and they are all living functions performed within a single cell. Then insect, human body, plant body, they are example of multicellular organism. Our body made up of multiple of cells. See, if we see the leaf in a microscope, then you will see the structure of cells this way, and this is the cell structure of human blood. Both having different size and shape. both the cells having, see again I'm showing you, this is the cell structure of leaf and this is the cell structure of human blood, and they both are having different size and shape. So we can say that the multicellular organism, they are having different type of cells and they are having different size and shape, and every cell having a specific functions. As we know that cells, from the cells what forms tissues, and from tissues what form organs, and organs they grouped and they form organisms. Okay, so our body having different types of organs, like we are having respiratory system, we are having digestive system, excretory system. So these systems are having different types of organ, and each organ having different type of cells and they are having a specific function. So our body is made up of different type of cells, and these cells are different in size and shape. Okay, so students, now the structure of cell we will learn in our next class, and here I'm ending my explanation. Thank you for watching.